I've got so many different cards that flew out and they tell a story straight away. There is something here that was done on purpose. It was done on purpose. We have accident, the card accident in reverse. We have perversion in the upright. We have abuse and neglect in the upright. We have female in the upright. And then it goes over to healing and mind control in the reverse. I ask Spirit, who is it that's doing this? Who's doing this? Who is so perverted, that's twisted in their brain, that they would continue to try and neglect or abuse a divine feminine here? And remember, divine feminine does not talk about woman. It's talking about the divine feminine energy in all of us. This is a card that come out. Family, a strange family. A strange family coming through for doing something together. They were trying to bind you or bind someone in the collective. We have fraud coming through. So they were trying to get you set up to take the fall for fraud. They could not bind your mind. They couldn't bind your mind. They really wanted to and they could not. They literally could not. Let me put these down as well. Accident. Fraud and perversion. You've got money coming out, so they've been abusing money. You've got egotism coming out as well. Okay, there is an estranged family member here. And I went to say family members, but there is one person specifically who is at the head of this. Why are they so dead set on doing this to the collective? Surveillance. Abuse and neglect with surveillance, because they're watching this. They want to see you squirm. You've also got unaliving in reverse. This is more to do with your light almost like disappearing. You got cleanup. All of these cards are in reverse. Okay, cleanup was in reverse, or upright. It was not upright. They want to come in and be the one to take care. This is weird, to take care of you, or they want people to think that. Tell me about healing, please. Okay, intuition, burial, alive. Okay, and then you've got wedding and marriage. Right, the energy of this person is very, very dark. They've got very, very dark energy. And I'm not talking about like dark, look into your shadow and heal those parts. I mean dense, demonic, very underworldly. And even saying underworld is like an insult to energies from the underworld, like Anubis, Osiris, Hades, Persephone. It's not even that. This is, it's not weird energy. It's very alien energy to the person that you knew from when you knew them, if that makes sense. They are no longer the person you knew. They are like a shell or a husk of who they used to be. You've got burial in reverse, okay? They find it very difficult to hide their animosity. They really find it hard to hide their animosity towards you. And there's something about feeling like something unjust has happened to them and it being your fault. I'm going to sip this. I do have a microphone very close to my mouth, so I do advise that, you know, if you don't like those types of sounds, that you turn down your listening device, okay? My name is Bronwen. This is Bronwen's Cove Tarot 111. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's really good to have new faces. The more the merrier, right? If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. I'm going to be ringing this bell just to cleanse the space around us. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, I do advise that you turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and in 1. There we go. You want to go for that one? Yeah, I've been told to go for another oracle deck. Interesting. What's happening with those? Let's see what came out. Sudden wealth in reverse and imprisonment at the back. Very interesting indeed. Now let's see, Spirit, what do we need to know about this accident or the lack of an accident? You've got healing coming through and wishful thinking. I think that there has been a lot of protection placed on you or someone in the collective because you've shifted mindsets, and by shifting mindsets, you're moving timelines. Because, you know, we co-create everything that we think and feel, you know. Or everything that we think and feel is how we co-create, right? You have someone here who Why have I got Two-Face coming out? Double life cheater and backstabber. There's someone who is flitting between you and this estranged family member. Now, I don't know if they're actually speaking to you, like this person that's going in between, like Varys out of Game of Thrones and his little birds, or whether or not this person is the one who's surveilling. Drowning's coming out. Over your head, overextended and rock bottom. Yeah, so this is somebody who was checking, and they'd go back and give information. This is just someone who's very sadistic. Tell me about the lack of an accident. Got daydream here, head in the clouds, delusion, hopes and dreams. And it's in reverse. There's a lot of just like squashing out people's energy. Their golden lifeline is what I'm hearing. Perversion and fraud. Tell me about this, please. This person is really an empty shell. They're an empty shell, and I think they're an empty shell because of pain, but you also have narcissists coming out. Egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. And then here it says tension, stressed out, migraines, and worry, and it's in reverse. So they were doing something for their own enjoyment. They were doing something here for their own enjoyment. Tell me about the surveillance, please, to abuse and neglect. Shattered, wishful thinking. This person may have videos, they may have files of not very nice videos of abuse and neglect, be that vulnerable people, children. That's what I mean by there's something very dark and twisted with this family member and who they're connected to. We have broken, nightmares and failure, or failures coming out here. We also have wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu and nostalgia. So this person's got very weird stalkery kind of energy. Okay, tell me about the healing and intuition, please. Healing and intuition. Vacation, get away, relax and have fun. I don't know if somebody had to take a break from this person. It maybe when you knew this person, it was very difficult to be in their presence for a very long time because they were I don't feel like it was depression. And I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm going by what energy I can feel. There is like subtle rage bubbling underneath this. It's not a facade because maybe they did feel sad or they did feel depressed, but there is like rage, actual rage that they can't contain. You also have envy coming through. Look, resentful, competitive and discontent. I'm going to place this one here. They're finding it very, very, very difficult to keep that in check. Okay. Anywhere else you would like me to go? This side, that side, this side. It seems to be all the oracle decks today. Yep, I'm going to go onto here and see what wants to come out. Okay. They may see you as being very naive, or they may have seen you as being very naive when you were growing up. This person may have bossed you about, bullied you. There's something about like pinching someone or twisting someone's ear and doing it in a really covert way so that when you would cry or get upset or say something, the parent wouldn't believe you because they were always seen as either the golden child or the wonderful uncle or the great cousin, and they'd never do something like that. Why are you making things up? That's what I'm getting here. But you've got new look coming out here. New outlook and desperate in reverse. Your energy, you have a really, really powerful aura here, a really powerful energy shield around you. The more that you tap into gratefulness, into humbleness, into giving thanks to the universe, God, Allah, Vishnu, whoever you see as the oneness of all, the stronger that protection shield is around you. And it's not just that you have you know, lots of protection from angels or from higher beings, because you do, but there's something about your own sovereign energy that really protects you, and it's linked together with how you heal and how you work on your emotions. Counseling's coming through. Maybe somebody went to counselling, maybe you journal. Okay, this person, they're definitely wanting to set you up though. You've got overthinking in reverse. You've got envy coming out again. Interesting. Counselling on the other side. What's going on here? Responsibility in reverse. Tell me more about this. What do we need to know? Tell me about the mind control in reverse. You got rock bottom in reverse. You were supposed to hit rock bottom and they wanted videos or films of this. I know this is very closely linked to the reading that I did earlier, talking about spell work backfiring, and it just messed it up for them. It completely messed it up for them. And I feel like this is connected. This rock bottom being in reverse has really angered. It's really there's bitterness and rage and anger coming from this person that you are not at rock bottom. It doesn't mean that you haven't been at rock bottom. Maybe you have. Maybe you've already had that, and now it's just climbing all the way up. They definitely wanted you to be in a position where, look, you got crisis. They wanted you in a position where they were the only one that could help you, but then it would be under conditions. And do you know what? This is actually reminding me of a family member that I'm now estranged from. Somebody who like invites you to, like, this is truth. Someone in my family invited me to stay over for a sleepover and then made me sleep on the floor with pillows, and then refused to give me a towel to dry myself after I had a shower, and I had to use paper. And this is, we're going back years and years and years and years. And the night before had wanted to pick an argument so that they could kick me out at like midnight when I wasn't from that area. This is the energy that I'm getting here. Somebody who wants to have control of whether you feel safe or not, whether you are happy or not. And I think it's because this person's life is spiraling out of control. You've got anger management coming out and crisis. So yeah, this person has a lot of anger going on there. Okay, I'm going to put it down next to tension. Whoever they're connected to now, because there's connections here, they have gone down like this really dark rabbit hole. They may have been surfing the dark web quite a lot, acquiring certain, I don't want to say the word, substances that if you take them could either unalive you or make you very, very, very unwell. And it starts with a P and ends with an oison. That's the only way I can say it without YouTube getting cross with me. There's something about doing spells, doing certain things here to try and affect your, I heard bodily functions, your body, getting sick, your sixth house. Okay, and what was it that showed itself? Change. You've got change and you've got counselling. This went out the window. It literally went out of the window because of how you were able to look within and heal. Even if it took a very long time and you only took baby steps, the fact that you were that resilient, it's really, really vexed this person, because I think they compare themselves to you quite a lot, or the idea of who you are, because they don't know who you are. You have change coming through. So with broken nightmares and failures, there may have been an energy of being like hitting rock bottom, like I said before, and then there was a change. This person, there's something going on here with these videos. I don't know what they're doing with these videos. And I heard snuff videos for some people. So they may be looking at, and if you don't know what a snuff video is, it's where whatever's happening in the video is actually happening for real. So if you're watching a horror movie and you have a serial unaliver chasing after someone through the woods and they're going to go and unalive them, you know, and then it becomes very graphic and there's blood and blah, blah, blah. In a snuff movie, that all happens for real. They're not actors. So that's what I mean by this energy is very dense, very dark, very... it's like that rage is bubbling up. It's bubbling up. We have counselling coming out here. Yeah, you gave yourself a second chance on something here. Not over. Not over. Why am I getting that whoever this person is for you, whether that is sibling, cousin, uncle, grandfather, This person was very, very abusive growing up, but they would, like I said, they did it in a covert way. They may have prepared you without realizing for other people who entered your life, be that through jobs, be that through romance, through friendship circles, who acted very, very similar. And this may have been like a wounded pattern that the universe was trying to show you, and it may have taken a while for you to see it and to heal it, but you did it. Bravo, you actually did it. With this counselling down here, I don't know if somebody has been thinking about going back to counselling or actually talking to someone rather than just journaling. This is your confirmation. You have healer underneath here as well. So from unhealed all the way to healer. Wow, okay. See, you have a very, very, very important mission on this earth. A very important mission on this earth. Tell me about the family, please. With this envious coming out. Yeah, you got distorted feminine coming out here. Distorted feminine energy. Very distorted. Very empty. Very volatile. A hater. And it says risk, opportunity and safety with signs. And you also have masculine energy that's distorted as well. And I felt that. I felt like there was another person. There's someone here that's either egging them on or has helped them to like go onto the, I don't know why I keep getting, but go onto the dark web. Go onto the dark web, do certain things that they wouldn't have been able to do without knowledge from somebody who's dodgy or has like, you know, makes questionable choices. Okay, let me put the hater one down here. Okay, can I get a couple more? You want me to put that back? What else do we need to know about this? This one here. Oh, we're getting tarot out now. My goodness, it's taken ages, isn't it? Tell me what we need to know about this situation. What does the collective need to know? I had make a move. Make a move. This person is going to make a move. What does that mean? What does that mean they're going to make a move? High Priestess is coming out in reverse. Okay. This person is going to make a move to do what exactly? Something not very nice. I get that. You have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this person does not have any love or any care. They really don't care. This person spins out into like seeing red, because tension being in reverse, this person does not in any way, shape or form care about how they hurt or harm others, who sees what they're doing, specifically when they're around people that they trust or around people that they have been, you know, scheming with. So this person may have like massive crash outs in front of the distorted masculine, but they wouldn't do that in front of like a community of other people or with other people in the family that you still speak to. You have Two of Swords coming out here. So there is some sort of confusion or doubt over how you've been able to go from broken nightmares and failure to change. And this is a very whimsical card compared to all of the heavy energies and heavy colors that we've had here before. And we've also got strength. So they're questioning your strength. They're questioning where you've got this strength from. Because again, like I said, you have a very powerful core, a very powerful aura. Oh, here we go. We've got Hanged Man coming out. You have the Two of Cups. I'm going to put down the Two of Cups first. Okay, a lot of balance is coming in for you. There may be somebody that's coming in for you to bring in more balance, to help you along your path, especially when it comes to what your mission is on earth. This is definitely connected into the last reading that I've done, because I got straight away mentor, friend. Someone's coming in to teach you something here. It could be plant medicine. You could be learning about the vibrations of plants, making music from plants, Reiki. There's definitely tapping into Mother Gaia and into the cosmos as you are healing yourself and others. I heard a vision quest. You have the Five of Swords coming out here. This person, with the Five of Swords being in reverse, they are not going to tell you how they feel. They're not going to tell you to your face how they feel, because they know that if they did that, they would have to admit that how they feel has nothing to do with you and all to do with their own pain and rage that they're not looking at, and they don't want to. So it's easier to talk to other people and to slag you off and to diss you and cuss you out and all the rest of it. And then only doing that to people that they know that are also scheming against you. Because they don't want to be seen as a villain, even though they are. They literally are. And I know it's not as black and white as that, but this person is unwell. I will say that. What's coming through here is, again, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. I cannot diagnose anyone. But the energy that's coming through is very unhinged. It's very unbalanced. And they are opening themselves up, like literally opening themselves up like a portal to I don't know where. Because I'm just seeing like a black hole. Tell me about this High Priestess. What do we need to know? Hanged Man. So there's some sort of blockage that's been put in. There's a massive shield that's been put in to stop them from being able to send things towards you. What's happening with this perversion? Okay. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so someone may have figured out what they were doing with these videos. I feel like they may watch videos of you. They may have watched videos or had photos or whatever of you when you're just really sad, or when you are at your lowest, and for some reason they get some sort of enjoyment from this. So they may just watch that. Why is this giving me like P. Diddy and his freak off videos? And like, I don't see this being in a schmexual way in any way, shape or form. I do get that this is very much like feeding the ego vampire within this person. That's what I'm getting here. We have 9 of Cups. Yeah, they really enjoy it. They love watching other people suffer. They like to watch other people suffer and they revel in it. Tell me about the Death card in reverse to Strength. This is an ego death for someone. What have we got here? 5 of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Exactly. This is a shift in, like it said, you know, in a new outlook, a positive outlook, a shift in your reality and how you see your reality has really shifted timelines and moved you away from this person. Wow. Tell me about the 2 of Cups, please. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune has come out, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and Judgment. It seems like they're trying to stop you from having empowerment. And that empowerment, it doesn't mean that you don't have empowerment. I'm not saying that you have none and that you're like, you know, a wallflower and you let people walk all over you. No. But there's something that this person is going to teach you, and this new person coming in is going to teach you something. And it's almost like ancient knowledge, passed down knowledge. Things that you won't find in books, things that you won't find in courses online. This is information that may be passed down from generation to generation to generation, but it will open you up to new experiences of how you connect into yourself, knowing thyself, connecting to your I am presence, and, you know, the connection into the universe completely. There's something very poignant about meeting with this person, and you have someone here who's either reading you or they've had readings done on you, and they know this and they don't want you to have that. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to be more empowered than you already are, because you already are a threat. You're already a threat. Tell me about Getaway, please. It's coming in either ways. You're going to be getting this either ways. Okay, the 6 of Wands is about victory. Can I get one more, please? One more. Thank you. 8 of Swords is coming out here. Okay, this person is going to pretend that they've let bygones be bygones. Be aware. I feel like this person is going to try and bump into you. Either they are, or the person that they've asked to surveil you is going to accidentally bump into you because they want to talk to you. They want to talk to you. You've got the 5 of Wands coming out. And they want to fight you, but I don't think that they would be able to. There's something about them being frightened. They are actually frightened and intimidated by you, but they would never say this. This person has spent most of their life focusing on taking you down rather than focusing on healing themselves, which is really, really sad. But that's a them problem, right? We can be as empathetic as we want to, but at the end of the day, we can only really heal our own wounds. We cannot fix other people. That's not our job. And we got here successfully overcoming a problem. Okay. Whatever's going on with this setup for fraud, I don't think it's going to work, because Spirit didn't really want me to go that way. It does feel like this person sits down at a table with a piece of paper and a pencil and goes, right, what's plan A? How am I going to take down this person? Okay, what's plan B just in case? And then they'll try plan A and it doesn't work. They'll try plan B and it doesn't work. And then they come back to the drawing board and they just spend their evenings or their free time coming up with different ways to try and set you up, or to hurt you, or to harm you, or to embarrass you. And they literally have like lists, and it's given me The Office. So for those of you who are like Office nerds, the episode where oh my gosh, what is his name? Dwight wants to play a prank on the boss, and he asks Jim to come in, and Jim's already playing the prank on him. And Dwight decides to no, Jim comes in with this massive folder, and he's like, these are all different things that we could do. And then he has an entire ring binder of going, find a frog, touch a bog, touch a sog. And it doesn't make any sense. And Dwight's there looking through them going, we could try this one, not realizing that he's having the P taken out of him. And I feel like you have someone here who sat down and they're really taking time to like make a spreadsheet and stuff and go, right, that didn't work. What about this? What about that? And it's like, get a life, man. Get an actual life. Go and get a hobby. A hobby should not be trying to take out a family member. It's crazy. You got career in reverse. This person's career is absolutely plummeting. Right, the one on the floor. Oh, I'm going to grab it. I need to grab that. Give me one sec. The one that fell on the floor was climbing towards success. So while this person's aspects, opportunities when it comes, or prospects, excuse me, prospects when it comes to their jobs, looking for a job, finding a job, keeping a job, is very, very slim. They're watching you climbing towards success, and they cannot deal with it. They cannot deal with it. They can't. They're raging out about this. Tell me about the Nine of Cups to the Two of Swords. Tell me what I need to know about this third row, please. They love going on the floor. Okay. I'm not going to grab the one on the floor because otherwise I do so much chair yoga. I'd have a different waist circumference by the end. It says here, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And it's in reverse. You also have a career. That one already came out. Can I get one on the table, please? Another one on the table. Thank you. And it says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. This person has like an end game. They were playing a really long game. They wanted to whittle you down, almost like you are a wooden stump and they're just like slowly shaving bits off of you because they wanted you to go the wrong way. You were on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. They really did. That's an awful thing. You get back on there. Dealings or relationship with a woman. One more, please. They wanted you to be submissive to them. They wanted you to be like subservient. You have great good fortune coming out as well. Because they may know that you have a lot of fortune coming towards you. You have fame. Some people have fame coming towards them. Other people have massive promotions coming in. And it says, look, great personal sorrow. This may be somebody who, when you were young, created a lot of sorrow. You may have wanted to help them, heal them, listen to them, and they wanted you as a food source. That's crazy. Is there anything else that we need to know before I go? Anything else, please and thank you. What have we got here? Prosperity, or a period of prosperity and abundance is coming out. They wanted you to be down and out. They wanted you to have nothing. And I think that's because where they see themselves is without. Tell me about this woman. Thank you. And it says here, solid foundation, success with effort. So you definitely do have a mentor coming in that's going to help you, ground more. Connect more into nature, connect more into the cosmos, trust yourself more. And we have here, someone is leaving your life. Yeah, I feel like whoever it is that has been targeting you for a very long time is going to be self-exiting. And I don't mean self-exiting as in unaliving themselves, but this is very closely connected to the last reading that I did, where I think this person is very sick because they're a husk. They are literally a husk of a person. And whatever it is that has been fueling their hate, like helping to fuel their hate, has now become, like I said before, a poison, if that makes sense. And it's making them very sick. It's making the, look, financial pinchers coming out. This person is broke as a joke as well. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you the confirmation and clarity that you already intuitively knew and that you needed. If you're new to this channel, I would love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see more of my content and when I post. If you are a returning subscriber of Soul Family, hearts, kisses. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe. Bye.